Gloriana is an American country music group founded in 2008. It is composed of brothers Tom Gossin and Mike Gossin, and Rachel Reinert. Cheyenne Kimball, who recorded one album for Daylight Records in 2006, was the group's fourth vocalist and mandolinist until her 2011 departure. Gloriana released its debut single Wild at Heart in February 2009, which was a top 15 hit on the U.S. Billboard Hot Country Songs chart. The group's self-titled debut album, Gloriana, was released on August 4, 2009. Their second album, 1,000 Miles Left Behind, produced their first top 10 country hit and first top 40 hit on the Billboard Hot 100 in Kissed You, Goodnight. History: brothers Tom and Mike Gossin were born in Utica, New York. They both took classical piano lessons from age 5. At 10, Tom began studying jazz with a local jazz musician, and at 12, he began to play the guitar. Tom, along with third Gossin brother Stephen, founded their own band Oblique in high school. Stephen and Tom later moved to Wilmington, North Carolina together, where they attended University of North Carolina at Wilmington, with Tom majoring in guitar. After a professor suggested that he pursue songwriting and performing, Tom dropped out of the university and started playing music and selling independent records at gigs he played. Mike learned drums at age 8 and, like Tom, started playing guitar at 12. He moved to Wilmington after high school to join Tom there. He joined a group with Tom and Stephen, during which time they filmed a reality series that did not last long. Tom and Mike moved to Nashville, Tennessee, where they began performing as a duo. Rachel Reinert, a native of Sarasota, Florida, went to high school in Santa Ana, California. She attended a performing arts school starting at age 7 and then started playing the guitar. She also started turning her poetry into songs. With a teacher's help, she began recording demos, and was signed to a publishing deal at age 15. She moved to Nashville, and was working on her songwriting skills when she met the Gossins, who found her through her MySpace page. The group's fourth and final member, Cheyenne Kimball, was born in Jacksonville, North Carolina but raised in Frisco, Texas. A performer by age 10, she entered the television talent show America's Most Talented Kid, and won the show's top honor at age 12. 1 year after her win, Kimball recorded a solo album on Epic Records. This album included songs that she had written with John Rich of Big and Rich, whom she met after a trip to Nashville. When Cheyenne was in her late teens, she had a reality show on MTV that lasted 1 season. She joined the Gossin brothers and Reinert after meeting them in a nightclub, and the four members began writing songs and performing together. 2008 to Euro 2010, Gloriana =. Once the four members of Gloriana were in place, they began recording demos, and sent one to Emblem Records, a label owned by Matt Serletic, a record producer who has worked with Matchbox 20. The four members worked with Serletic, and Nashville songwriters such as Jeffrey Steele, Brett James and Wayne Kirkpatrick, among others. By February the group had signed with the label but had not yet come up with a name. In early 2009, the group released its debut single Wild at Heart, which Serletic wrote with Josh Keir and Stephanie Bentley, another former Epic artist. It became the highest-selling country music debut single of 2009. The group also signed to Taylor Swift's 2009 to 2010 Fearless Tour. In May 2009, Gloriana released a 4-song digital EP, comprising Wild at Heart, and 3 other songs from the album. On August 4, 2009, the band released its self-titled debut, which peaked at number 2 on Top Country Albums and number 3 on the Billboard 200, shortly before Wild at Heart peaked at number 15. The album's second single, How Far Do You Wanna Go?, was released in September. The band won the American Music Awards Breakthrough Artist of the Year in 2009. It was announced on March 16, 2010 that the group had won the 2010 Academy of Country Music's Top New Vocal Group Award. On August 18, 2010, Wild at Heart was certified gold by the RIAA. A third single, The World Is Ours Tonight, debuted in early 2010. It was included on a March 2010 reissue of the band's debut album. equals 2011 Euro 2013, 1,000 Miles Left Behind equals, in early 2011, the group announced the release of a new single, Wanna Take You Home, which acted as the lead-off single to their second studio album, 1,000 Miles Left Behind. Wanna Take You Home was released to country radio on March 28, 2011, and went on to become the group's fourth top 40 hit. On July 11, 2011, Gloriana announced the departure of Cheyenne Kimball. The band found out about Kimball's plan to leave via Twitter. They continued working on their second album without Kimball, although she still appears in the Wanna Take You Home music video. The song's music video, directed by T.K. McAmey, was shot over the course of several days at a private residence outside of Nashville. On October 4, 2011, Gloriana released their second single from the album, Kissed You, Goodnight, on their official website. On January 13, 2012, the music video for Kissed You, Goodnight premiered on ABC Family. On May 20, 2012, the band performed their single, Kissed You, Goodnight on the television show The Bachelorette. On July 31, 2012, the album was released. On September 10, 2012, the album's third single, Can't Shake You, was released. The single was featured on the Season 2 finale of the CW's Heart of Dixie with the band guest starring as themselves. Equals 2014 Euro present, 3 equals, the group released a new single, Best Night Ever, in February 2014. After it underperformed, it was followed later in the year by Trouble. The latter is included on Gloriana's third studio album, 3, which was released on June 2, 2015. Discography equals studio albums equals extended plays equals singles equals music videos equals awards and nominations. References. External links. Official website